You know, last time the stakes were even higher.
SHIINA versus AMONN. AMONN won the quarterfinals, 3-1, I believe, over FNEB. Played pretty well. Kind of sold the one game, really. Should have been a 3-0 sweep. Here he is in the semifinals against SHIINA. So we'll see how it goes.
It's game 1 of the moving. Let's hop in.
We're gonna find out right
Got CG and Bloom on the casting.
Time that
I mean,
one.
can't really complain.
Beautiful.
Let's do it.
You got Vertical in the chat. Our GOAT.
On the moving. So what we're looking at here for our round number 1. Let's get him in.
Here we go.
First round, game 1.
Everybody lock in at home. We're gonna see very quickly how SHIINA is feeling today, just by how he starts to play.
Okay.
I think in the US here for SHIINA.
There's concerns about SHIINA's nerves.
Do you have some thoughts? US expert.
Definitely should be the US. I am kind of feeling almost a Wisconsin, Illinois kind of area. I might be wrong.
I vote for SHIINA.
Iowa, actually, from
Noted.
SHIINA there. So.
Hey.
And a road number, Iowa Highway 10.
Would have been Iowa 10.
Yeah, okay. So some information here for both players.
AMONN's looking for some other
Not
info.
for them to want to open the map and start scanning.
Hasn't really started. No one started scanning yet, which is interesting.
I think with the slightly hilly landscape, it should be farther east in Iowa, near Illinois, Wisconsin, on the Mississippi River. That would be my guess.
I like the
SHIINA's looking for 10.
10 seconds left.
AMONN's also zooming in.
Both players using the full time, very different from that Lero game we had just before this. Players are going to use the time allotted. Neither are going to find it.
It's going to be tough to see. That was a white road. Probably not finding that realistically.
Go on to round 2.
Northwest.
Almost 500 damage first round, though.
This is what we're looking at here for our round 2. You see quickly
There's a
there was
flag.
that shorter antenna, black car. Oh, interesting little like plaza here.
Oh, this is nice, yeah.
Is this a parking lot? What sort of parking lot is that?
It's always fun to watch pros play. I agree.
Let's see what they.
I agree.
This one.
Could not agree more, actually.
Very nice dress there on that woman.
Yeah.
Beautiful flowy white dress. They're not going to take a look, of course, because they want to win the round.
No dress.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like are so focused on playing, like spamming games to try to play the game, but like low-key just like watching like is almost just as good as playing. Sometimes better. Like I don't know. Like watching videos and stuff is just as good as playing at times. You're probably not getting as many reps, but a lot of times you're getting more quality reps just by watching. Especially with like casters that are good, like we have CG. And Bloom, honestly, he has good knowledge as well.
Because these two are probably the best at moving that we have here. Yep, they're both going to be there.
Both get the city.
On the round 2. Very impressive stuff from the both of them. And we'll go on to round 3.
Yeah, that's the caliber of gameplay we expect from these guys.
Yeah, very nice stuff.
I was thinking Bhutan here. It's this.
Bhutan?
Yeah, chill little
Looks like we have the
Bhutan
architectures for it.
round 3.
Kind of an interesting country for a moving round.
CG, very good player, yeah.
See what they do.
Got the car, Bhutan car, and the architecture, as well as I feel like there's always like cloudy. It's like always like cloudy, like not one coverage, like a lot of times.
What's on it though? Is it helpful? Is it usable?
Never worked on Bhutan, never will. Probably, not gonna lie to you.
At the end of it.
Wangdu Prodrung is there. Yeah, SHIINA's found it.
Wow. Very nice find there from SHIINA. Is AMONN going to be able to as well?
They do have like a bridge here. I mean, it could be findable. This could be a 5K.
Farther east. He has the town on his screen there.
SHIINA's looking for the 5K.
It, though. Scanning ability, putting into question now.
Does AMONN find the town?
He's not finding it.
He is not yet.
He's not finding it. 5 seconds to go. Timer's going to run out. But again,
it's not going to be a ton of damage.
Too many points. It's going to be right in between them in the end. AMONN actually a little bit closer, but just barely. 64 points.
I mean, he just got baited. When it gives you the town name and then it's not even close to the town.
This is
Let's go.
our round 4.
W baited.
Is this what I think it is, Bloom?
Is this what I think it is?
I think AMONN's got a bit of home country advantage here. Let's see, New Zealand.
Driving left here.
Wait a second.
Oh, he looks so locked in on his cam right now.
Zooming straight into New Zealand.
Going in and he's going fast.
EAMONN,
blocked.
make your home country proud. 10 seconds for SHIINA to respond.
Does he like the guess though? Look at
SHIINA also going North Island, pretty close to EAMONN. EAMON's starting to seem kind of like he doesn't like his guess as much now.
Though, because SHIINA's right there next to him. Yeah.
He is closer, but
EAMONN looking not too happy with that, even though he is going to be closer. Maybe he thinks he could have done just a little bit better, but stays alive.
All I need to beat these players is about 10 straight Indiana rounds. That should be good. I should win some of them.
Pretend it was planned out.
Of course.
All right, we go round 5 here. Let's get him in. Should be in Italy by the looks of it, I would presume. Got some double blue European plates there. Yeah, definitely looking like Italy. See if they can find some information here, find some signs. Make something of this.
In a lot of Europe today, I feel like.
Yeah, you saw SHIINA and EAMONN both.
Maybe I'm just complaining.
Above the parking
Could just be
spaces,
complaining, but I feel like there's been a lot of
the
Europe.
name of the city or the commune or something. But it seemed like a pretty small one that they hadn't heard of, so they're gonna keep looking for other stuff.
Yep.
So far, nobody's come up across any like quality signs so far. I don't think.
Really not much to go off of. It might come down to a region guess here. 20 seconds left on the clock already.
Oh.
EAMONN has a little bin there. Does have
not
some
really a good sign.
No, it does not. He keeps moving.
Yeah, with 10 seconds to go now, doesn't seem like either player has great info.
EAMONN's got a guess down, and now he's considering Sicily. Is he? Wait,
SHIINA is currently hedging all of Italy.
Swimming. He's doing a little swim. They both do a little swimming.
They're both.
Oh,
it's kind of crazy.
Oh, you love to see that. You just love to see that. That's so beautiful.
Both of them guess in the sea.
Classic swimming, water hedges.
It's kind of funny.
Italy is a great place to do that when you have Sardinia and Sicily and the mainland. Yeah, I mean, when it works to do it, they both do it.
They just met up to swim some laps in Italy, I guess, you know? All right, round 6. We have a sign up here. Something there. Not much. I'll call day unless doubt that's a town name, but let's get them in. They're going to start moving.
Round 6.
See what they can find.
It's been very competitive so far. Not a ton of health off at all. Are getting into the big multis, though. 3.5 times damage here.
At least back in Latin America once again today. Seems like the region of the day so far.
Seems like it for sure.
That's true. We had a decent amount of Latin America.
What are we looking at? A Colombia, I would guess.
Yeah, it looked like Colombian signs and poles there and yellow license plates.
Yeah, yellow license plates confirm it. 3.5 times damage could definitely be some points.
It's actually like somewhat difficult to see from
SHIINA's
this point
coming
of view.
across a green sign here, which could be very good. Could have a town name. It's not. EAMONN's trying to leave the town if he can, but he's struggling a bit. And with 15 seconds left, he's going to place a pin.
How these players do here.
SHIINA continuing.
Probably not a lot of damage here, realistically.
EAMONN as well, doing the same, but they're gonna just have to plonk it in.
Both going kind of western Colombia. SHIINA's a little bit more north. They're pretty close to each other.
Farther south, he is, but it's not by much, and SHIINA will be closer. And it actually ends up being 1,100 points.
1,100.
Wow.
1,100 damage is actually like kind of insane.
With that one, SHIINA like threw up his hands there, so
yeah.
Colombia rounds like that, they can be frustrating. Hard to find info and get the region guess. We saw it on display.
You'd expect that far north to be a bit drier than that round looked, and I think that's probably why SHIINA felt a little disappointed in that.
Yeah,
got 4 times damage here.
Difficult one. We going around 7 here. Both players sitting with nice health, especially SHIINA here, barely taking any damage so far. But round 7, reaching our 10-round limit.
I think what are we working with here, Bloom?
What are we working with here? There's some, what is the info on this sign? It's not very useful by the looks of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Both players just scanning for signs.
What is this? A Peru?
SHIINA zooming into Peru.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense with the poles and the landscape.
But is
both
there
in
any
Peru now.
information there? No, I really not
EAMONN's
much to go off of.
going straight in.
Region guesses.
Maybe he found something.
So close together. I like the idea. This sort of south coastal dry area. Is SHIINA gonna
It's
find
like
anything
very
with
dry,
5 more seconds?
very dry here,
SHIINA looks like
and they
he's
both
so
got the
close
town.
to that main
So
road.
this
That
is going to
would
be
probably
virtually no damage
Yeah,
here.
they have the town.
Amazing.
It must have set it there on that sign.
Yeah.
Wow, really impressive stuff. Our monitor here is a bit small over at the casting desk, so sometimes it's hard to read the same information they're reading. But yeah, it looks like they got it there on the round 7, and both ended up finding that town. Really impressive stuff. And we go on to round 8.
Gotta check, yeah, we have a domain there, so should be, both players should see that. And
classic, Czechia. Know your domain.
Shouldn't be too much damage here, although it's 4.5 times damage, so depending on the city.
When they start to play the game with GEOGUESSR.
If I had to guess,
I mean, both of them are gonna get Czechia here, even if they don't see the domain,
just
the language, and both of them have found a domain already.
What was the name? It was
I do know the phone numbers start
Yeah,
with the plus
maybe.
420 every time, I believe.
Yeah.
Like when it's the plus, so
Anyway,
I believe Slovakia is
Shiina's on domain
421.
already. AAMONN has
I don't know where
sent already
I
in the
saw
west,
that,
though.
but I saw that somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
What has
Came in
happened?
Very fast.
So far they've been like guessing right next to each other like every single round. There was an Italy hedge where they both guessed in the middle of the water. Other than that, nothing crazy, and that's gonna be damage for AAMONN. Actually, not really, to be fair. 1600? Around 8, that's a lot, but like, on 4.5 times damage, that's not really that much.
As we go into round 9, only 2 possible
Still in
rounds
game
left
1 here, vertical. I mean,
in what appears
it's been
to be
actually a very
kind of
close game.
big country, big
Definitely
points.
not. I don't think anyone has
CG,
momentum right now,
Yeah,
even with
This
that
is
It's
guess.
a game ender.
it very well could be. Both players are so close in the points.
Had a lot of Europe
Just
and
takes
South
one of
America
them
so
to
far.
make a little blunder with 5 times damage, and it's GG's.
Here it's really just going to be who can find the information first, and I assume with anything usable, they're just going to make a fast guess, hoping their opponent did not find anything.
SHIINA's going, he's looking at
thinking
Ontario right now.
Toronto. AAMONN yet to open the map, so we don't know what he's thinking quite yet.
Both going to make it to this larger road at the exact same time, and they have different info. Sarnia, yeah, that is in Ontario,
Yep.
by Michigan.
AAMONN's got Sarnia and Port Frank's 1 kilometer
21
away.
road number.
See, no.
SHIINA has it too.
Okay.
So they've got the road number, they got the 21. They know it's a sort of
They're both
north-south
scanning.
road because of those south-north signs.
Yeah, Shiina's got it along Lake Huron there.
Oh wow, SHIINA does have it.
AAMONN is going way
no.
farther.
AAMONN's not gonna be there. This is gonna
This
be
will probably be
SHIINA's
game for
round, as
AAMONN
long as he keeps
if he doesn't
it. Does he
get
have
it
Port
more
Frank?
west.
Oh, AAMONN found Sarnia.
Wait.
He
Oh
saved
my
himself.
gosh.
And he saved it.
Last second.
AAMONN with 5 times
2,000 damage.
That's a 2K health hit.
Wow, would have been the exact opposite story had he not found that at the last second. Literally. No
Wow.
time to spare.
Wow,
AAMONN's given enough
and we get into
information here. This
our
game's pretty much
round
over.
10
It's 5.5 times damage, so it's definitely not over, but like with 2,000 health
on that sign,
and
let's get it
moving,
in. Again, round 10
if he gets
here
enough
is our
information, this
last
game's-
possible round.
this game's over.
SHIINA's going to need to pull off something really impressive here if he wants to take the game. With the multipliers, it could be doable.
This language
He's
is going to be
gonna make a fast guess,
Bangladesh and
it just looks like he's not going to... No, he's
non-crap
scanning
cam
for it.
coverage.
Did he just find it?
I think he did, yeah. He read the address.
I think he did, but even if AAMONN stays in Dhaka, I don't think... he's going to take enough damage for SHIINA to have more health at the end. Again, at the end of round 10, whoever has the most health is the winner. Wow, so SHIINA pulls off a really nice guess. 5.5 times multi, is it enough? It's
not
1,500,
enough.
it's not enough.
It's actually crazy that you can like
AAMONN has more health at the end.
able to read
and
that.
takes the
That's actually
moving
like
game.
insane.
Wow.
That's like
so close for SHIINA
impressive.
to get that last hit. But in the end, yeah.
AAMONN gets
he
game 1.
stayed alive,
Impressive
and
win,
AAMONN-
to be honest.
AAMONN gets that first game win. That was a great moving game. I mean, as we expected to see from these.
Having that between the two players, so that's exciting.
And they're
see
sharing
this
the game too. I
go the
like that.
distance, how far we can
Like that a lot,
actually
actually.
go as we get ourselves ready to go into the no move now. There's no moving up and down the road anymore. 360 panorama from the spawn location. Let's do this thing. Who you take?
As
on
Bloom's
this
saying, we got a no
This
move
is
here.
another tough call. I think.
I'm tired
I
of seeing
might go
moving.
for
Like, can
SHIINA
we get
this
it out?
time.
Can we get a
Yeah, I
game
think-
5
yeah,
at any
I think
point?
SHIINA just has that slight edge. His win rate from the World League was a little bit higher than AAMONN, no moving, I believe. So, see if that pans out. And
What is
Are we on
this?
a
I feel like this
round
is-
1?
excuse me.
We're on a boat. We're on a boat in round 1.
Wow.
This is definitely an interesting round. I will say that much.
So they are stuck here on this boat.
This could
This
be
is
like
a
semi-challenging,
crazy round.
to be honest.
Really put the Google car on a boat.
And well, AAMONN very quickly zoomed into Edmonton.
Edmonton.
Oh, there's an Edmonton on the
I mean, I do think
the
it is
life
Canada, but
circle
that
thing, don't
seems
know what it's
really
called.
Specific.
It is a very specific guess.
Sorry.
I'm really not sure where this would be, though. Very hard location to just be stuck on a boat here. When, I mean, when does that actually happen where you're in an actual Google car, but you're on a boat?
might be cooking here.
This is the first time I've seen that. and I've been playing this game
around a
for
lake.
Is wild, Bloom, actually. But Eamon, maybe he's...
To be fair, there are
seen this
many
before.
lakes,
He's like scanning
so
Alberta for a lake.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe, I don't know. That's...
I think both of them are just going to kind of click on a lake, and hopefully that's the one.
He's also...
Oh, whoa. Sheena's going way
switching to
east.
Prince Edward Island. He's about to do it.
It's a Prince Edward Island.
Oh my goodness.
Is
Is he going to switch? No, he's not. He just center clicks Saskatchewan, and it's all the way north.
Northern territories.
Wow.
That is actually insane.
There it is.
900 damage though, first round. It's a solid hit for
By
Eamon.
the looks of it. Unreal round there to start us off on the no moving game. And we go in round 2. Is what we're dealing with.
Back on a regular road here.
Yeah.
No more boats for now.
Back on the road.
All right, round 2.
They are going to be happy about that one. Players are not usually accustomed to being on a boat. Looking
Got
like
the white car going on.
Botswana, I would say.
With
yeah,
the
Sheena's
yellow
thinking
plate should be
that as well.
Botswana.
Yeah, with that triple road line and the yellow license plates, this foliage. I like the
Sheena going max north.
Wow.
See where
I
Eamon
really
goes.
like that.
I do too. Could definitely be up there. 10 seconds for Eamon
He's
to
going.
guess.
He
He's
looked
a
all
lot
the way
farther
max north.
south,
Will he
but
switch?
1.5 times multiplier shouldn't be too much damage, but if
He's not.
Sheena's
He's still pretty
5K
far
this,
north, and Sheena with him. Insane guess.
That's gonna be a hit.
Wow.
4993,
Almost
1,500
damage.
points of damage.
And you saw Eamon thinking about that region guess as well, but didn't commit.
Yeah.
You're just
Whoa.
on a world tour
Vertical?
of crazy locations right now, Bloom.
So you don't like snow coverage.
Unbelievable.
How do you
We
feel
have a
about
boat,
this?
Then we have far north Botswana, and then we have very beautiful snow. This, I mean, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I
How do you
have
feel
to-
about
it has
this?
to be said.
This is great. We're being treated right now, but I mean, snow coverage, it can be a blessing and a
US,
curse.
Canada, one of the two, I
Yeah.
would say, by the looks of this.
You can maybe know where there is snow coverage. However, it kind of makes it hard to get the foliage read sometimes, like the ground cover.
It's hard to guess with snow. I agree. It is
snow,
difficult.
A lot of clues you would normally use are obsolete when you're on a snow location like this.
Yeah.
With this much snow, you can't use the trees, as you were saying, and things of that nature. But we have some poles here, some mailboxes, but really, this is a difficult one. Some license plates there too, but they just look pretty white, so it's going to be hard to really use them.
Yeah, I like Eamon's Minnesota guess. I'm thinking maybe.
We have 2 Minnesota guesses so
maybe
far.
it's a Minnesota plate.
Could be.
And I mean, it makes sense with the snow,
Yeah,
right? This
yeah,
is, you know.
yeah. Definitely could be Minnesota. But 15 seconds to go, and neither player seems too confident. I mean,
Yeah,
both are
not
actually,
sure.
Oh, both are actually in Minnesota, I think. Yes, they are.
Yeah, Sheena is. Yep, there he goes. Oh.
Oh. Wait.
Sheena's zooming into somewhere.
Sheena, are you going
Not
to?
gonna
No,
switch.
you're not.
And it's
okay,
New York.
actually just northern New York.
Wow.
Okay.
What a difficult round there.
That is a difficult
For
round.
three.
And vertical is right. It's hard to guess
We
with a
go
lot of
on
snow.
to round 4, 2.5 times multiplier. Now multiplier getting serious here. This is a round where it starts to really matter.
Got some like sunset
Doggo.
hazy coverage
Hey,
here.
doggo.
I don't know if that's going to help out or not.
Get
Maybe.
started here.
Here we go.
Maybe not.
Someone
Good.
pet that dog. Someone's gonna know what I'm referencing. Round 4 here. Is this Colombia? Yeah, we got a yellow
Yes.
plate there.
Yellow
Yeah.
plate
Could
back
be-
there. Good call out
There we
from
go.
Bloom.
Could be.
They think it's east of the.
Yep, I
Sheena's
really,
going straight in.
like going here. East of the Andes makes a lot of sense. This redder soil for
I would
Colombia
agree.
is very commonly east of the Andes as you get kind of closer to Brazil. So it makes
As Bloom
sense here.
said,
Sheena's locked in first, and now the
Darker
pressure's on
soil,
for Eamon to
so
follow.
probably should be
1
Eastern
second to go.
Colombia.
And Sheena has
Sheena has been
Sheena!
insane,
Are
dude.
you
Some of these
joking?
5Ks are ridiculous.
4999.
Like, some of these 5Ks are actually ridiculous.
Unreal. 2 rounds now so far in this no moving. Rashina just nails the region guess. He gets the town.
Wow.
This is kind of what I was expecting to see from Sheena in the no move. Like he just pulls out guesses like that, and it's insane. But not to count out Eamon making a solid region guess.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, good point. Very solid guess there from Eamon as well.
Once Human is genuinely
Bro.
one of the strangest games I've ever played, and they just reached out to sponsor.
But
Sorry, had to
Sheena,
crash out.
4999. I mean, what can you do against that no move? We go in around 5 now. 3 times multiplier. What appears to be, we say maybe a Mexico here, maybe like a Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico,
yeah,
or
or-
it's Ecuador.
That works too.
Wait. Oh, Colombia.
Oh.
Oh. Wait a second.
Okay, this is a big difference. 3-time multi.
Okay. Oh, and Eamon's in. Wow, okay, Eamon is guessed in Ecuador. SHIINA has his pin in Colombia right now, and there's only 5 seconds to go.
This could be a ton of
Is he
damage
gonna
here. We have a
move it? Is he
Colombia.
gonna keep it? He moves it even
This could be game 3 times
forward.
damage.
This is gonna be the game.
It's
It is
Ecuador.
Ecuador. Eamon with
And
3
that is
times
going to be game.
multiplier
Wow.
will win.
SHIINA played so well that
No
game.
movement.
He actually
No
had so
move
many
game.
great
What?
guesses, and then,
Wow.
I mean,
After
what multis
SHIINA
do.
made such
One bad
impressive
guess, you
guesses
just lose
too. I mean,
immediately.
all it takes with these multipliers is just one, and you turn it completely around. And now
I gotta say,
Eamon's
these
up
setups are
2-0.
actually like kind of clean.
Unbelievable run so far today from
Same.
Eamon.
Setups
He's
are
never
actually
really
kind of
let
clean.
anything through.
Going on,
Or
game
nervous,
3.
But from
Eamon's
watching
up
the
2-0.
cam, I don't actually think SHIINA's that nervous.
Yeah,
I think it's actually Eamon outplaying him.
Yeah, I think Eamon's just out of his mind, locked in today. But yeah,
Winner
as
of
you
this
said,
goes to the
SHIINA
grand
seems
finals.
Really comfortable. He just
I think
yeah, he
the
just
winner
can't
gets
catch a break right
$7,000,
now.
which
Yeah.
for like
Back to moving now.
in terms of esport
SHIINA,
majors
you
isn't a
need
lot,
to
but
get
for
the
like
win in here.
a new
Gotta
esport
do
like
it.
GeoGuessr
I mean, SHIINA's
for
back
an
on
APAC with
moving.
literally like how many people are
So
on this?
good
6?
at moving. This would be his time to do it.
Yeah,
and this
6
is our
people. I mean, that's not
round
bad.
1 here.
That's not
Some
bad.
really cool locations we've had so far today.
Yeah, we've got some nice plazas like this, and yeah, it's beautiful stuff. I love this map so far.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the map, the moving map and the no move map. Will we get the NMPZ map today?
I hope so.
I hope so too. I really do.
That would be a treat for sure.
Definitely would. We'll see though. Round 1, game 3. We're back on move.
I just
We're gonna
don't like. I don't
rush,
understand how we're having 2 move games. I know I've complained about this a
If they
bunch,
can
but
read
like
anything,
2
we both
moving
saw, we
games
saw them both read the Lipet's
in the first
sign
3.
earlier.
Like that's just.
So
I
we
don't
know
know,
they're
to me, that's
capable
kinda
in
crazy.
urban Russia,
Yeah.
unless this is Ukraine, which
That's-
I believe it is. Looking at that sign from SHIINA there.
Yep. Probably is. We've been making some interesting caster calls today.
Yeah, you know, that's why we're casting Bloom and not in their seats.
True. But we're enjoying ourselves nonetheless. This gameplay has been incredible today. And we'll see what they can do.
No one zoomed in really
on
yet.
the moving game.
Should be Ukraine.
So, Eamon,
With a
clicking
center
just
click.
central here. SHIINA central,
Both
but
around
farther north
Kyiv.
near Kyiv. Okay, Eamon's now near there as
And
well.
it's more
It is way
south.
Farther south. We're going to start up with
Not
just
too
a
much
couple
damage, round
points of damage. 200, exactly 200. Very
Right on the dot.
you know, you love to see it.
Satisfying.
Definitely. Round 2 now. Round 2. Ooh, and a fun one here as well. Hole there, kind of indicating France. But this feels coastal. I mean, you have a boat here, so that's definitely going to be
That helps.
usable. And the trees feel very coastal as well. So
I agree.
In a coastal France, we'll see what the players think. They are going to be able to move around, of course. See if they can find some information, find some town names.
Yeah, France can be kind of tough sometimes in moving rounds. You'll get signs that are just pointing out the tiniest of towns,
Yeah.
road numbers that repeat all around the country. So we'll see if they get a good sign or a bad sign here.
Yeah, you
That's-
see
Never been
there,
good
he's
at
got
France.
A road sign
Never
in some
will be.
towns, but yeah, probably pretty small. And yeah, as you were saying, CJ, there roads repeat throughout the country. Those yellow D roads. There can be multiple in different parts of the country. So I didn't see exactly what that one said there, but
It's a good call out.
hard to use
know
information
that.
like that. SHIINA has locked in already, and Eamon is
Can learn
following
so
suit
much just from watching.
very close by.
We
Yeah,
have 2
wow,
pretty
they're actually so
North
close.
France
So we're
guesses
not going
here.
to see many points at
and
all.
both
Eamon
really
will
close.
be closer. Extend that flawless on the round 2. Now dealing 40. We keep getting these very even numbers. 200, then 40 damage. Nice to see. Nice to see. We go in around 3, and we'll see if we can see any hits bigger than that. That's what we're looking at. Ooh, a fun one. Very
I see
beautiful
trees.
around here.
Yeah, nice forest.
I think it could be like a Spain.
That's a good shout, I think.
What are we looking at? Yeah, this looks like a Spanish sign there. What can
Spain call is
they
actually very
ascertain
impressive.
from
I like that.
this? Entrada, yeah, it should be Spain. Now, can they find any information? This might be like a national park. Oh, SHIINA's come across a road number, and so has EAMONN.
Oh, wow.
It's the Canaries.
Tenerife, TF on the road.
Tenerife. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That explains this forest, because I was thinking, where on mainland Spain are you going to see this?
I was thinking the same thing.
And now we know, not on the mainland.
Not on the mainland, it's Tenerife.
Both get the island, so once again, not a lot of damage.
It's going to be just a little bit closer there.
Wow, another 90 points even
90
again.
points? Wow.
TF.
Who's going to break it? That's the real question.
Yeah.
It's this island.
Going around
Tenerife.
4. Let's see if it happens here.
It's another thing I just learned.
That's what we're looking at
I mean,
here for around 4.
I've learned like multiple things today.
That's nice. First of the day.
So
First
Mon.
Oman of the day.
Says-
True. Very true. Now, will they be able to find some information? That's always going to be the question here on the move. Which direction are they going to decide to move here?
Yeah, Oman is
But at least with this
interesting. It's, I believe,
car,
still
this car's kind of like the
basically
Kazakhstan
the
car.
newest country in
The big white
GeoGuessr,
truck.
only added several months ago at this point. So
Pretty easy to
still
tell
a lot
this
of players
country
are
apart
starting to
from
learn and
the
figure
other
out,
Middle
but I
East
think
countries
these
through the
guys,
car.
I would imagine they are going to do pretty well.
It's typically
Let's see,
pretty
SHIINA,
flat.
10
Sometimes
seconds
it
to
can
go.
get like a little hilly.
Yeah,
Like
both
up
pretty
north.
close to each other in the
You
end,
can see some-
so probably not too
some
many
hills
points.
going on.
2.5 times damage could make it noticeable, but again, not going to be too much. EAMONN will be closer.
EAMONN's been playing extremely
Still
well this game.
flawlessing.
Another 900 damage.
858. We go on.
To be fair, SHIINA played really well last game and then got multi-merchants, so
That's what we're looking at here for the round 5. Let's get them started.
SHIINA could definitely come back. I mean, I could see a reverse sweep here.
Sorry about that.
Find anything in terms of signs? Yeah, those look like some Argentinian road signs there. Small-ish town. I like where EAMONN is thinking. This is kind of the area I would be assuming by looking at this.
Yeah, you can see some mountains in the distance there. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, really not a lot to go off of. This is such a classic little like park in the center of an Argentinian city. They're very classic there. Okay, a sign that both of them are looking at. What does that say on there? Valley. Do you think that's the town? Probably not. But they have some. Oh wow! Wait. What did EAMONN just find? I didn't see where he guessed. But he's locked in.
He
Pressure's
looks
on.
happy on the camera. Let's see.
Wait, but SHIINA's so close by even still.
maybe EAMONN found
Let's
some
see,
information.
timer's gonna run out.
Catamarca.
Okay, yep. But
EAMONN.
wow,
EAMONN's on it, but to be fair, SHIINA's pretty close by as well.
994.
500 damage.
And he deals even more damage.
SHIINA's doing a lot of
continuing to flawless
limiting damage
in
here,
round
like-
6.
This is huge. EAMONN is just slowly but surely walking towards his
Takes one
3-0
guess from
against
SHIINA to win this, like,
who
realistically.
EAMONN
EAMONN's playing
literally
really
said
well this
himself
game. Like,
is
he's
the
flawlessing
strongest
through
opponent
5,
here,
but
so
like,
Yeah.
He's
one
gotta
guess
be
from
feeling really
SHIINA,
good right
and
now.
he can get a win here.
Definitely feeling very good. A very impressive performance from EAMONN today. Seaman quite hard to beat. We're on round 6. This is feeling like, what would this be? Bolivia or a Peru, I would have to say.
Yeah, this one should be a Bolivia. Oruro is one of the
Oh, yep,
provinces.
there it is. Yeah, just a Bolivia. Yeah,
So the
EAMONN's just
Gen
gonna
3
lock it in right
white card in
Oruro.
Bolivia. Every
SHIINA
single
gonna have to follow suit, but he's got some time here now. He
Bolivia,
might
all
line
of
something
Bolivia's
up.
Gen 3 white
Yeah,
cars
let's
so
See
far.
North-South Road.
I believe I might be
Right on.
getting
Try to get
updated.
that angle down.
Also, a lot of the signposts are really like blocky.
We're thinking actually
Sometimes a lot of
south
Peru
of the
ones are
ci-
the,
oh, wow, it's actually
black and
way down there in the end. And it actually breaks the EAMONN flawless, but just by a little bit.
Just a bit.
Just a wee
We have
bit.
4
We go
times
around
damage.
7 here. EAMONN's still sitting in a very nice spot. Let's start them off. Let's do a little 360, and then we'll start them off in what appears to be a little India. Let's get it started.
Do have some
Let's
crap
see
game
what they
going
can
on
do
here.
in India first of the day again.
Ah, this is our first of the day. That's a good point. EAMONN did list India as one of his weaknesses.
Yeah, it's a pretty common one to not be great at with this. The low quality camera and things just makes it a little bit tricky to learn sometimes. But it is getting some Gen 4 coverage slowly but surely.
Yeah, it'll be there soon enough, we hope. There's some small
Horrible
cam, if
India,
anyone's up to
always
date in
will
Google
be.
Street View News.
I think
That's
it is
been
very
released in
difficult to
India,
like
but
want to grind
only a
out a
couple
country
cities.
when you basically can't see anything. It's kind of hard to get, kind of hard. It takes a lot of
See if they get
effort.
anything from these signs, so you do get a bit of language. And
We do have
I
Gen
don't
4 in
know,
a couple of
nothing too
the
specific, it looks
larger
like.
cities, but
yeah, nothing too helpful
hopefully
yet.
like full country Gen 4 kind of get started.
Standard. The timer's just running out here. They're just gonna have to
We
make
have
a
a South
guess.
India from
Less than
SHIINA.
10 seconds to go. All.
We have another South from AAMON, so they're pretty close to each other. Like literally like right next to each other right now.
So not too many points there.
SHIINA's a little bit closer, and quad damage that could do a few hundred.
To deal a bit of damage there. 688. That's something. We move on to round 8.
SHIINA's got 3 more rounds to turn it around. Otherwise, it's AAMONN's. So it's getting critical right now for SHIINA. Let's see what he does in this one.
Yeah, I mean, AAMONN's been performing dominantly, but it is still relatively close. Only about 1,000-point differential between the two players.
Some very dark soil here.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah. Don't count SHIINA out yet, guys.
Definitely not. The multis are high enough. 4.5 times damage here.
That's like the bends that you would see in Brazil.
Might be to guess quick. He did kind of zoom in fast there, but I don't.
Kind of hard to see. They're moving so fast. I can't really like tell anything.
Yeah, we're working with a Brazil here, which Brazil, you gotta have your area codes. Those are really helpful for region guessing, especially in urban rounds like this. You just move to find the area code.
Yeah, like
Yep.
So
if
they're
you're
on
like
the
starting to
hunt
learn
now.
Brazil, area codes are a
That's
great place
about
to start.
it. Those Brazil area codes.
They are like
classic.
pretty like easy.
Oh, Rondonia
to
there
learn.
on the
We have
sign.
Rondonia on the sign there.
He's got the state.
I think SHIINA figured that out without even seeing
I
a
think
sign.
so
yeah.
too. I was just gonna say that as
Looking
well.
for an area
It looks
code.
like
There
an
is
area
like
code there.
6'8" or
Can't
6'9", not
totally
sure.
make it out as that's
I think by where he's
6'9",
guessing it should be a
6'9",
6'9".
6'9" area code. AAMONN
Yep.
knows it.
6'8" is slightly
But
more
they're both
west
going to
of
be
that.
there in the correct state, so shouldn't be too far apart. Wow. Okay, it's actually just quite far west there. They're basically on top of each
SHIINA a
other.
little bit
This
closer.
is 148 points.
This
of
has been
damage.
actually a very competitive series.
Online
Okay.
is a sandbox MMORPG in which you write your roles.
And we're already on round 9.
Oh, and the United States coming back here. Big country. Can be tricky. Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. Let's get them in. Let's get them started. Only 2 more rounds possible left to go. AAMONN sitting in a nice position to take a 3-0 over SHIINA, many's tournament favorite.
This is a huge moment right now.
Yeah.
And SHIINA.
SHIINA's going.
Wow.
Whoa.
Georgia
Okay,
just immediately.
SHIINA's just guessing fast, putting the pressure on. He knows he's a little down. He knows he's approaching
I
the
would agree
round
with the
limit,
Southern
and he
US
decides
here.
to put the pressure on AAMONN. Now AAMONN only has 5 seconds. Open up
AAMONN,
that map.
AAMONN.
Get a guess in.
He's going
2
North
seconds, so
Carolina.
he's going to go North Carolina. That's a pretty big difference.
It is.
Wow, it's going to be
Florida.
farther south of SHIINA. It looks like
That's huge.
Florida,
That is
4,800
massive
points of
damage. Wow.
though.
Whoa.
SHIINA almost
AAMONN
one
just
taps him,
barely alive.
basically.
AAMONN. Yeah,
On
I
a
do
single
wanna mention,
Southern
I think
US, and we got
had
round
visible
10 here. It would take a
antenna on the
massive
car,
choke here from
which you
SHIINA.
will see in Florida in that coverage. So
Absolutely
I don't think
massive
either
choke
player
here from
noticed
SHIINA to
that. But yeah, wow, AAMONN.
Unreal.
Table is turned now.
The table has definitely turned, and we are on our final round, our round 10. We have a Mexico poll right there. Let's get them started. It's another big country. 5.5 times multi. AAMONN could pull it back, but we will see.
Let's find out. This is it, guys. No matter what, this is the last round of this moving game.
Montevideo.
All right, round 10 here.
He's thinking
lock
Chihuahua. Got some street, street names there. Wow. SHIINA, wait.
AAMONN
AAMONN just locks it in.
Yeah,
SHIINA's got to follow now.
he said, this is it. I'm just going to send there and hope for the best.
Oh, SHIINA comes across the same sign. Wait, is he gonna go in Chihuahua too? Or is he? Oh, he moved it. Wait, last second. Oh my God, no! They're actually just about equidistant. AAMONN is not gonna deal enough
It's
damage
unlucky.
to win.
Wow.
SHIINA takes the game.
SHIINA with a
And
massive
just like that, SHIINA
US
stays
guess gets him the
alive.
win.
Once again, AAMONN came so close to a 3-0 today.
Makes
but
it 1-2 in this series.
Yeah,
Actually
he
makes
had
it
something to say
competitive.
about it there.
No sweeps so
Yeah.
far, which
Wow.
you know is good for a watching perspective.
This
Here we go,
is exciting.
game 4.
I honestly
We have yet to
think
get a game 5 though. We have
maybe we're heading
3
towards NMPZ right now.
Yeah.
game
I
4
hope
series so
SHIINA
far.
can just ride that momentum right now. He just
We need
avoided
game
the
5. We
3-0,
need
so
some
maybe he's feeling good. Let's see it, guys.
need some hype.
Let's
No
see it.
moving game at 2.
Lock in, everybody. It's time for no move. Once again, no more moving up and down the road. We are locked in place in our starting location. Let's get the players started here.
Here we go.
Round 1, looking like Brazil. Relatively simple here. Let's get them started and see where they're thinking within Brazil. Big country, but round 1, so no multipliers yet. EAMONN looking at that poll quickly at the beginning to see if there's any
Brazil,
clues.
definitely one of the harder
Brazil
countries,
polls
so
are
it's definitely very
pretty
impressive
consistent
when
all the way around, but there are some differences.
pros
in
make
Brazilian
like
polls that
incredible
players do
guesses on
use
Brazil,
to,
but it's also like understandable
differentiate their
when
guesses
they
here.
make
So
bad
both in
guesses.
Pará.
And by bad, it's like, you know,
And
100
EAMONN locked.
kilometers off or something.
SHIINA calm.
EAMONN goes pretty
Taking his
fast.
time. He knows it's around 1. And he's
So
agreeing
far,
with
they're
the
pretty
Pará
close to each
shout,
other.
So shouldn't see too many points here. They both lock it in, and SHIINA is closer.
Yeah, nice work from both of them. Got the right state. Decent pickup for SHIINA, almost 500 points.
Yeah, a nice way to start, for sure. A nice way to start. We're going around 2 now, and we appear to be in Europe by the looks of things. Some houses over here. We'll get them straight in here. We got a round concrete pole, which is pretty common in a lot of Europe, but narrows options to some extent.
I think just no move is just so much more entertaining in my
I mean,
opinion.
it's a difficult one.
I'm wondering if it's like Croatia, Slovenia. Maybe Slovenia works better with the architecture.
Yeah, that could make sense.
There
but
was a little bit of
Czechia-
language there.
Okay.
Actually, no, that works.
I was thinking kind
Even
of
better.
the Czechia, Slovakia
Yeah.
idea. Okay, yep, SHIINA's locking it in, and he's far east.
I think Slovakia is a pretty solid
Wow.
guess here.
Feeling good about it too.
EAMONN.
looks confused.
He has yet to do anything. 5 seconds.
Oh, EAMONN looks confused.
Here's
He's in
Slovenia.
Slovenia. The
I think I'm
timer's
low-key,
gonna run
like,
out. It
hedging, like-
is gonna be Slovakia.
I think I'm actually 50-50.
That's
Slovenia and
2600
Slovakia. I
points
know that's like
damage.
cringe to say,
Yeah,
because that's where they went.
I can
But
see where the blunder happened there. I was thinking
The language,
maybe
like,
Slovenia
I
as
don't know.
well. So
Yeah, no,
it's hard to
a
read
tough
for me.
round there for sure for EAMONN.
Yeah, definitely.
SHIINA with
a
another
reasonable
great guess there.
For
SHIINA
sure.
low-key like coming back
Then
in
we
this
go
series.
on to round 3. We have Black Car long antenna, but this should be Spain, I think, actually. Let's get them started here. Should be Spain.
We have
EAMONN.
EAMONN immediately
EAMONN
clicking on
almost just
Spain.
made a very fast guess. He got the plonk down, but he didn't
SHIINA's
lock it
also
in.
there.
Both players sort of on this eastern part of Spain, northeastern sort of vibe, which I do like. Definitely makes sense, but we'll see what they end up locking in. A beautiful location, must be said.
Yeah, a lot of
Not
these
really, like,
rounds,
too much to
I mean,
go off
you've
of,
had
I feel
great
like.
views from up on the mountainside.
Yeah.
So,
Kind of just have to
Yeah,
had this
they're
round
tough
before, kind of
rounds,
had the
though.
vibe.
Definitely some tough rounds today.
Pretty mountainous
Ooh,
Spain
was
here.
At
EAMONN
least.
EAMONN almost considering out by Ibiza.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
It was a very
these
beautiful
Spain
round, I
rounds
will
have been
say.
tough Today.
Yeah, definitely some hard ones. EAMONN's gonna want to deal some damage here, though. Break that SHIINA flawless. We are only on round 3, but EAMONN's down, already in the yellow, under half health. So EAMONN's gonna need to crawl his way back up. Wait, is SHIINA considering leaving Spain? No, he's
Ooh,
he's
it's
not.
just
He's gonna
literally,
keep
like,
it there.
center
It's just gonna
Spain,
end up being
right next to Madrid.
And SHIINA is gonna just
And that's another
extend that
800
lead there.
damage. SHIINA has
770
dominated this
points
game so
damage
far.
added on,
It's only been
and
3 rounds
EAMONN's
though,
at
so
just about 2k health now.
EAMONN has plenty of time to come back.
Yeah, now things are looking good for SHIINA to force NPZ. He's getting there. Yeah, EAMONN down to only 2,000 health is...
It matters late at night
Hi, Alex. Nice to see you again.
because sometimes that's when you need us most. Where you get your medicine matters.
At Toyota Service Centers, you can count on genuine parts and certified technicians, like this guy.
No comment.
Gracia.
Ditch dust and debris. Get 20% off Toyota engine and cabin air filters. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Yeah.
White.
Thank you.
Insane now at only
We
round
needed that.
4.
EAMONN's not in a good position
No.
here. You said it, but right before this, SHIINA might take us on NBZ, and it looks like he may. But round 4.
We have zero
See
NMPZ rounds so far
if he
in the
can.
major. I just think that's insane to me.
Looking like... Yeah, some random Brazil in the mountains. SHIINA down by Sao Paulo.
Like the Sao Paulo shout. So I was mentioning earlier about some Brazilian polls. They're all pretty consistent, but Sao Paulo is the state that most commonly has the round concrete poles instead of those ladder ones. So we just see one round pole there, so that could be part of what's making SHIINA consider going in Sao Paulo state instead of anywhere else.
It's a great
Look at it
note
as well.
from Bloom there.
I like the coastal vibe. These
Yeah.
mountains
Got the
kinda
blue
look like
water
this
tanks. I
near
feel like the
Sao
blue
Paulo.
water tanks when I see
Definitely, yeah,
that
this is the
immediate
coastal
Brazil every
mountain
single
range
time.
in Brazil. So as you said, Bloom, combine it with the pole. And I think both players
Both
are
around Sao Paulo. SHIINA considering more south.
Let's see, 5 seconds.
SHIINA looks like he's
just gonna leave
considering
Sao
moving
Paulo.
out of Sao Paulo,
They're both
but he's not doing
very
it.
close to each other.
Yeah,
And a very good
he
guess.
didn't, but EAMONN will finally break the
And NPC is fun, I agree.
315
It's fun to watch because it's
damage.
challenging. You actually get to see some like bad guesses for once.
Round number 5 here, 3
By bad
times
guesses, I mean like far
multiplier
guesses, not
in
necessarily
effect
that like,
or in Australia.
you know what I'm saying? Red car
Big
Australia.
country, big point CG. We do have, what is that? Car looks interesting. There's a red car, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
car,
so...
I feel like red
South
car is
Australia
like,
then, yep. EAMONN zooms in.
oh my gosh,
Should
aiming
be
straight
that
in.
red car, Gen 4, South Australia.
Then you have those trees like this kind of landscape. Yeah, this is your typical South Australia, unless SHIINA is thinking it's Victoria.
Wow,
SHIINA's
wait.
going Victoria here. This is actually going to be damage here.
Wait.
That's gonna be
EAMONN
game,
guess
triple damage.
Was so good there. 3
Wow.
times multiplier. He just
EAMONN just completely
he just
merged into
wins
them.
on that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
SHIINA low-key like dominated
SHIINA
them.
was basically flawlessing.
I mean, that entire game, and EAMONN just
Once
took it in one round.
again,
I mean, that's impressive.
Has done it.
All right,
He's
semifinal number
defeated
1,
SHIINA,
EAMONN from the
and he's
quarterfinals, now in
moving
the grand
on
finals.
to the
Who will join him,
finals
Lero or
of the APAC
Zigzag?
Majors
Up next.
2025.
Wow.
Look how happy he is.